Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. That is Jack. I am Conrad, and this is the Footy 5. We're going to take a look at Group A for this season's, the upcoming UEFA Champions League. This is an interesting group. I think Bayern are obviously the heavyweight here. Atletico, they always do well in this tournament, but I'm not so sure they've got what it takes this year. Salzburg, an interesting side, and then I feel like Lokomotiv, they may get a point here or there, but they feel like cannon fodder for the rest of this group.
I think it's very accurate. I think that you have probably two favorites. Bayern, defending champions, they'll have every reason to believe that they have what it takes to be the favorite this year. All the odds have them still as the comfortable side to retain their title. And as you mentioned, Atletico, some question marks about them, more so for me than for you. So it should be a very interesting group, despite the fact that you have one really dominant side in it.
Take a look at Bayern. Obviously, champions in the Bundesliga, champions in the Champions League last year. Bringing in Leroy Sané, just what they need is more scoring prowess. And then letting Thiago go on a pretty good deal to Liverpool. They have the best overall shot at this thing, 23% chance to win the tournament, 91% chance to get into the round of 16, excuse me.
Yeah, I think not making it into the round of 16 would be one of the biggest surprises in the footballing calendar year. And the trade of Sané for Thiago, I think losing Thiago will be very sad. You would lose that really different aspect to your midfield and your attack. But I think Sané, as you mentioned, another attacking option for them to use out there in Germany. So I think that they've got definitely comfortable first place in our eyes as well as 538's eyes. So losing Thiago won't be the most devastating thing, especially when you have likes of Goretzka, Kimmich, and just a plethora of options in that midfield.
Really good midfield. Next up, we talked about Madrid. Not a lot of activity. They lost Partey, one of their fullbacks, which will probably hurt them. Simeone plays a very defensive style. He's not an all-out attacking team, which allows him to do well. They just they're a boxer. They just wait for their shot and they take it when it comes available to them. But they're not going to play, on that front foot.
Yeah, they bring in Lucas Torreira on loan. Will maybe try and offset the loss of Partey in that defensive midfield role. I think
Did I say fullback? I said fullback, didn't I?
You did say fullback, but we'll conveniently know that you meant defensive midfielder. I think that it's going to be bringing in Morata is interesting. We're not Morata's biggest fans, but I think he works really well with Simeone.
I can't believe he's still playing.
Honestly, after his failure at Chelsea, he's also so young when he started out at Juventus and Real Madrid. So they have a very interesting side. I'm just wondering if they've been pushing for so long, if they can maintain that high level. And I have some question marks about that.
Yeah, 538 thinks they can get out of the group stage, 5% chance of winning the overall. Yeah, I don't think so. Salzburg, they're interesting, coming out of Austria, always have good talent. They find a way to develop good talent, and then they end up selling these players on. But outstanding group. Not a lot of transfer activity, but overall finished first in Austrian Bundesliga. Scored a ton. Did not give up many goals. Prolific scoring side. Pretty good defensively. Yeah,
I think that Salzburg are very interesting for me. They always seem to be a nice feeder club to their Red Bull partners, Leipzig and Germany. And I think that they've always got a recurring amount of talent. And considering that Atletico, I have a few question marks about if they can maintain that same level with such a consistent underlying bed of talent. Salzburg have a chance, especially with Loko Moscow, we'll talk about in a second, maybe a side to beat up on. There's reason for optimism for them to get a few points. And Bayern losing 4-1 to Hertha Berlin makes them seem mortal. So who knows? Maybe they can get some points in some unexpected places and try and find themselves in a better spot than last year when they finished in third place.
Lokomotiv, they are the thing they have going for them is the travel. You've got these clubs have to go a long way to get there for a midweek match, and they've been able to capitalize on that and steal points here and there. I don't think they've got nearly enough to finish in the top two, and I think I've got the bottom, but 4% chance to get out of the group stage.
Yeah, I think it's just a simple case of there's three very good sides, and Loko Moscow who will enjoy the TV contract, and they will enjoy maybe 6 really kind of unfortunate matches. It's tough to say, but maybe they could finish in third, get into the Europa League. I don't see it happening. The odds don't see it happening. So I would be surprised if that happened.
So no surprise here. We've both got Bayern up top. You got a bit of a surprise with Salzburg outpointing Atletico Madrid.
I could look like a genius in a couple months' time, or I could look like just an idiot trying to look cool. But I think that Salzburg maybe have a chance to try and upset it. I think it's going to come down to ultimately that head-to-head Atletico Salzburg. I think Salzburg have a chance. Maybe I'll be a genius. Who knows?
Well, Bayern should take all the points. I doubt they will drop a point in that group stage. But that'll do it for our first look at the group stages. Group A for the upcoming UEFA Champions League. For Jack, I am Connor. This has been The 45. Please like, subscribe, give us some comments, tell us what you think, and look for us on the Twitter at The 45. Take care now.